Hello, everyone, and welcome to Vex Warfield. I am Vex, your host. And today, instead of saying tonight, today, I'm going to go ahead and play a short video for you guys. Mike Adams was on the Inspired channel here on YouTube. And, well, it basically just reiterates something that I've been trying to get you guys to realize, inherently. That the power of the human mind, the human spirit, more accurately, is more powerful than anything on this physical plane. We have to get back in touch with it. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and throw this up, and we'll go ahead and get this started. Enjoy.
We all have miraculous nano neurotechnology in our skulls. We are all geniuses. We are all divinely created and inspired. The world that we grew up in is not the world that's going to be here. That world is unsustainable and it is collapsing. And we had better be ready to create a new world and be ready for an explosion of ideas, concepts, technologies that have been suppressed, for example. And in order to get our heads around that, we're all going to have to operate at a genius level. Get off the TV, get away from the old ways of thinking. We're going to have to adapt. We have to be resilient. And I think there's an energy suppression grid, like a cognitive suppression grid, an actual prison planet system that is in place. And when that is lifted, and I believe it will be in our lifetimes, what people are going to experience in terms of an explosion of creativity, awareness, awakening, connection, what I would call the contagious mind. It's going to blow people's minds. They won't even recognize their own past compared to where we're going. And I want to be clear that every person watching this was born with this capability. You could call it technology, but it's much more than that. I call it God's cloud computing system or God's internet. There's a system of sharing knowledge and information that exists that you are using, whether you realize it or not. And information comes to you through an unconscious means because every brain interfaces with a non-material mind, and every mind is a broadcast antenna. And every idea, especially if you verbalize it, if you add words to an idea, or if you draw it and you see it, you add different senses to the reality of what you're talking about. It could be an invention, it could be an idea, it could be a prayer, it could be anything. That is broadcast out to the world, and other people receive it whether they realize it or not. And in mainstream science, it's called the 100th monkey phenomenon. But it's not just monkeys, it's every conscious creature and being and animal and human on the planet. Networking exists among plants too, by the way, and not just on a chemical basis, but energetic basis. Naturally, every human being receives this information about knowledge and ideas, concepts, but we are trained to ignore it. We are trained to not listen to the inner voice, to not pay attention to intuition, because we're trained that we live in a reductionist, materialist society where knowledge can only come from, quote, authoritative sources, which are all run by criminals and crooks, of course, by the way. But what we need to do for humanity to move forward is we need to awaken the true potential that we have to share knowledge and ideas and to listen to each other. Premonition is real and it's natural. I just want to be clear. These are not supernatural skills, so-called psychic phenomenon. Premonition is real. Mother's intuition about her child is real. It's natural. It's not supernatural. There's nothing super about it. There's nothing demonic, because God built this system, people. God built it. You were built to interface with the system. We just have to get back to using this system.
And that's pretty much what I've been trying to basically convey to everyone I can, is things of technology that we're dealing with today are basically bastardizations of the natural way we can do things. We don't need cell phones. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy. We don't need computers, because God in his infinite wisdom put all this in place within us. So this is something that, I've been hammering on for a while. And the potential of the human body, the human spirit, is just insanely large. I'm only tapping into a low percentage of it right now, and there's so much more to learn. But learning Reiki, learning how to calm yourself, to take control of your emotions, this is the steps towards doing exactly what Mike Adams just described. Now, like I said, I just wanted to throw up this video to give you guys a little added encouragement. Hey, Dees, good to see you. A little added encouragement to keep on asking yourself those small, simple questions. Should I do this or should I not do this? And listening to your gut instincts. Your gut instincts won't lie to you, people. And they'll always steer you in the right direction. And my gut right now is telling me to go ahead and shut this down so I don't just talk all day, because I actually have some stuff I have to do. Hey, Kelly, good to see you. But yes, the potential in everyone is so huge. It's just that everything in our day-to-day lives is geared towards essentially burying that connection. They want you to be in the linear world. They want you to be in the physical world. They want you to be, with all the air, food, water that has been messed with, they want you dumb. They want you dumb and not thinking critically. I want the opposite for every one of you. I want you to join me on this next plane so we can continue together to keep getting higher and higher enlightenment. And all it takes is you, interrogating yourself and figuring out who you really are. And in figuring out who you really are will not come from all this external input. It's all internal. Hey, Callie. It's all internal, and you are more powerful than any law, anything. You just have to get in touch with it. And I know I haven't been on in a while, and I really do miss going live, but I haven't really had the time. I've been basically working 10-hour days with a split shift, so it's been kind of tough for me to schedule a time when I wasn't just deadbeat tired. But I'll try and pop on a little bit more often, if nothing else, then have some other people jump on here and maybe even talk about some current events that is, aggravating everybody. I know it's aggravating me, but venting is a part of the healing process also. So with that, I yield, and I bid you all good day and sweet dreams. I'm going to have to change that if I go live during the day more often. Nonetheless, good night and sweet dreams, everyone.